The broadcast of the regular meeting of the Minneapolis Business Inspections and Zoning Committee will now begin.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Business Inspections and Zoning Committee for today, which is April 28th. I'm Lisa Goodman and I am chairing today's meeting. As we begin, I'll note for the record that this meeting has remote participation from members of the City Council and City staff as authorized under Minnesota Statute Section 13D.021 due to the local public health emergency. I'll ask the clerk to call the roll so we can verify a quorum for this committee, please.
Councilmember Schrader?
Here.
Reich?
Here.
Gordon?
Here.
Fletcher?
Here.
Ellison?
Present.
Chair Goodman?
Present.
There are 6 members present.
Let the record reflect that we have a quorum. The agenda for today's meeting is in front of us. There are 3 items on the consent agenda. Item number 1 are liquor license approvals. There's 1 for Billy's. Item number 2 is environmental grant applications, the 2020 Brownfield round, and we are submitting grants to both DEED and the Met Council's tax-based revitalization account, as well as suggesting an amendment by staff for a waiver for the Malcolm Yards property. And item 3 is accepting grants of the redevelopment from the redevelopment account from DEED. I think I'll just go ahead and move those items and see if anyone has any questions or there's any discussion. Any questions or discussion? Seeing anything anyone wants to pull off the agenda? Seeing none, it has been moved, all 3 items, and I'll ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilmember Schrader?
Aye.
Reich?
Aye.
Gordon?
Aye.
Fletcher?
Aye.
Ellison?
Aye.
Chair Goodman?
Aye.
There are 6 ayes.
Those items carry and the consent agenda is approved. We also have a discussion item on today's agenda, which is item number 4 that relates to loan forbearance for certain city loans that have been suggested by staff. I'll invite our staff to make a presentation on item number 4. And I think that's going to be Rebecca Perel or Becky Shaw, one of the 2 of them. Anyone there from CPED staff that would like to give a report on this item?
Uh-oh. Seems like somebody's trying to talk. I'm not sure what happened. We're frozen.
Okay, I was cut out of the meeting for a moment. Is anyone else on the meeting still?
I think I was cut out as well, and it looks like Rebecca's trying to get in.
Yeah. So Rebecca, perhaps you should just unmute your mic and see if you can get in, or we'll ask John or one of the staff to advise as to what we should do. Is the clerk on the call still? Okay, so
We're excuse me, Chair Goodman. We're trying to contact staff. If we maybe pause for a minute or so until
sure.
tech team has a chance to do that.
Irene, I just want to make sure my colleagues are still on the call because Councilmember Gordon and I were cut out of it for a minute. Can you just do a roll call to make sure everyone's still here?
I believe they are, but I will do that. Councilmember Schrader?
Here.
Reich?
Here.
Gordon?
I'm here.
Fletcher?
I'm here.
Ellison?
Present.
And Chair Goodman.
Okay, great. So we're all still here, but Cam and I were both cut out at one point. So that's the second time this has actually happened today. Miles Mercer just asked if he could be added, Rebecca needs a code. I don't think they want me to say that out loud. Does someone want to reply to Mr. Mercer? He's typing a message. Rebecca said the code she has is not working with the Teams link.
Yeah, we'll work on that and make sure that we get all of them invited in. It might just take us an extra minute or so as we work to get them in.
Is that cool with my colleagues?
Yes, if as long as we don't try to sing some show tunes.
You're so good at that, though. Oh my God. No good deed goes unpunished. I thought it would be good to have a presentation. Now, Eric, okay. Rebecca's code is not working. All right, let's see. I'm just asking Mr. Hanson if he's on the call, if he wants to go ahead and give the report if we can't get Rebecca on.
So Chair Goodman, staff has been given a phone call or
Okay.
phone number to call in. So we'll see if that works better.
Okay, that's great.
Hello, this is Rebecca on her phone. Is that working?
That's great. Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh.
Can others just confirm? Yes, they can hear her too.
Yes, we can hear her.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've been watching and listening, and I'm sorry that I was unable to figure out how to talk and get my video going. And I even got all ready for today.
Rebecca, can you mute your TV or your computer in the background?
Yes.
And just use your
Yes.
phone?
I'll go ahead and mute too. Just
So Rebecca, you can go ahead with your presentation now.
Okay, great. I am going to log off of what I have for the meeting on my web browser so that there isn't more noise. So hopefully that'll be just fine. Well, thank you for putting something here on the discussion agenda for today and bearing with me as we navigate this new world of staff joining online virtual meetings. The action before you is, well, two actions before you today are approving a 6-month forbearance on the repayments of certain city loans effective April 1st, 2020, as well as approving up to 2 90-day forbearance extensions, not to exceed then a total forbearance period of 1 year, if approved by the CPED director. Obviously, these actions are being taken in response to the city's response to the COVID-19 national emergency and public health crisis. The loans that are a part of this action are those that have an outstanding balance greater than $200,000. Those that had an outstanding balance less than $200,000 received similar forbearance terms through administrative action by the city finance officer earlier this month. There are 11 loans that are proposed today to receive the forbearance period, and they are listed in the chart in the report. And then also the terms, forbearance terms are listed. And the essence of this is that The interest rate will drop to 0%, and there will be no payments required by these borrowers if they choose to accept these forbearance terms for a 6-month period, starting with the April payment or May payment. April, if they made the April payment, it would start in May. April, if they were unable to make the April payment. And then payments would resume in October or November of 2020. When the payments resume, the monthly payment will be the same as it was before, and the maturity date will then just be extended by 6 months from what the maturity date was originally. There won't be any late fees assessed, and also if a payment is made during the forbearance period, it will be made all to principal without attributing some of that payment to interest. If anyone has any questions, I am happy to take them. And again, thanks for listening and just having my voice rather than video today.
Thank you so much for the report. Are there any members of the committee that have any questions? We felt that this is a very generous and needed action to be taking, and so we wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of it. You could just chime in. The order I have so far is Councilmember Fletcher, followed by Councilmember Schrader.
Thank you, Chair Goodman. Not so much a question as just a comment and gratitude, I think, to staff who, are putting forward a proposal that, frankly, is aligned with what we're hoping that a lot of the lending institutions in our community are going to try to follow suit and do. We really are in need of as much flexibility as people are able to offer. We know that a lot of the flexibility we're offering at the city is going to stretch our cash reserves, and is something that we've got to, when taken in total, is something we certainly have to be paying attention to. But it's just so important right now that everybody create what flexibility we can in our economy so that as many people as possible can get back on their feet. And so I'm glad as a city that we're modeling that. I'm proud of this approach and appreciate everybody who's worked on it.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Fletcher. Councilmember Schrader.
Oh, thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to second Councilmember Fletcher. I couldn't have said it better myself. So with that, I would move this item forward for approval.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Schrader has moved approval of item number 4, which is a discussion item. Is there any further conversation or questions about item number 4? Seeing none, I'll ask the clerk to carry the roll. Call the roll.
Councilmember Schrader?
Aye.
Reich?
Aye.
Gordon?
Aye.
Fletcher?
Aye.
Ellison?
Aye.
Chair Goodman?
Aye.
There are 6 ayes.
Thank you. That motion carries and the item is approved. Seeing no further business before us, unless there is an objection, I will declare this meeting adjourned. Thanks. I miss you all. See you soon.